Hey, keep me where the light is, keep me where the brightest. Two left feet, can you show me where the ride is?
Hey guys, it's Dajema. I know, right? I have no lashes on, no eye makeup on. I know it looks weird, but this is an eyebrow video, so we're dealing with it today. So I'm going to show you guys my eyebrow routine, and this video is beginner friendly. So I'm going to give you guys some tips, and I'm going to go step by step on how to do this. And I'm not like the master of eyebrows, but I have gotten compliments on my eyebrows, and a lot of people like the way I do them, so I'm just going to share it with you guys. So if you guys want to see my eyebrow routine for 2020, then let's get on with the video. I already have one eyebrow done. This is actually my problematic eyebrow, so I'm saving you and me a lot of time. This video is beginner friendly, but I just want to let you guys know that if you guys don't know how to do your eyebrows, the best way to start is with an eyebrow pencil. I feel like that was the easiest for me when I started learning. However, I did learn to do pomade because I just enjoy pomade more because it lasts longer than an eyebrow pencil. But anyways, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. And I use it in the shade Soft Brown. This dries out pretty easily. Over time it just dries out. So I just add a little drop of oil so it's not too messy or too liquidy, and it's perfect. It like coats everything. And then I get an eyebrow brush. So you can pretty much get these eyebrow brushes from Sephora, any makeup store again. This one's dirty because I cleaned it for this eyebrow, but I like to clean my eyebrow brush before I do my eyebrows because I don't want any of the old pomade getting on my eyebrows. So I usually get a makeup wipe and just like clean it. And as you can see, this one is kind of thin, and that's what you want if you want it to be more defined. If you have thicker eyebrows than me, then you probably want a thicker one because you have more hair to work with. I don't. I have thin eyebrows, so this one gets it more defined for me. And another important thing to know is that even if you don't master just applying the pomade, if you know how to work the concealer, you can work it out. Because when I was starting, I would put on my eyebrows so messy with the pomade. I would fill in my eyebrows so bad. But as soon as I got to the concealer, it like shaped it fine. So let me just analyze this eyebrow that I've already done. So what we're gonna try to do is make sure that there's a fade right here, because I don't like box brows, sorry about it. To be honest, I don't do this every day, but for beginners, this is very helpful. Get a pencil or makeup brush and put it right here, next to your nostril. This is where your eyebrow's supposed to start. At your iris, like your pupil, that's where it's supposed to arch. And at the very end, that's where it's supposed to finish. So like those three key points, if you have those down, you basically have your whole eyebrow down. So I'm gonna try to literally just copy and paste this right here. Also, if you're a beginner again, it's probably easier if you like get your eyebrows threaded right before you try to do things like this, because it's not impossible, but it is hard trying to cover up like thick hairs with concealer. It just looks messier. So I would just advise plucking some like outliers or just like cleaning it up a bit so it's easier for you to work with the pomade. Let's start dipping. So I honestly dip a lot. Like I'm very just generous with it because it's all about how much force you use. First thing you're gonna want to do is brush up your eyebrow. And if I'm looking down, it's because I have a mirror right here. So when you're looking crazy, you're gonna want to draw a line right under your eyebrow, but don't start at the very beginning. Start right next to the beginning because we want to do a fade. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect because we have concealer. It's gonna be our bestie. And go all the way down. You could go harder towards the end because that's gonna be the darkest part. We have this ugly dark line right here, and now we're gonna brush it all up. So this just spreads the pomade all throughout the eyebrow so it doesn't look like so intense. And it kind of fills it in for you a little bit, which is really helpful. So I'm just brushing up until like I'm okay with how the line looks at the bottom. I don't want it to look too harsh because we're gonna go over it again. So I blended it out, and now we're gonna do the same thing to the top. So brush down this time. And then just line it up with, you know how these hairs in the front go up? Kind of just line it up. And now that you have like the outline, you're just gonna wanna fill it in with whatever product is left on the brush. I'm gonna grab some more. And when I'm doing the arch, I like to use the very points of the brush. So I could go like that. Okay, so it looks messy right now. Let's brush it out. I have a lot of long hairs, damn. Okay, so now there's obviously this very big contrast between the front and right here. So you're gonna go like this with the brush to try to blend them together. So there's some empty spots or spots like right here that I don't think are defined enough, so I'm just gonna go back in with more product and define them. But honestly, a lot of the defining comes in with the concealer. So it looks messy right now, but it's gonna come together. Okay, so this is a good eyebrow, but it obviously doesn't match that, so we're gonna try to make it match that. The tail is honestly what gets me, because I don't want it to look too thick. Okay, this is good. But you can make it sharper, obviously, when you're concealing and stuff like that. So as you can see, I use a lot of product. If this isn't for you, then just use less product. If you like a more natural look, then just keep doing whatever I'm doing, but with way less product on your brush. So now I'm gonna just lightly fill in the front. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the brush. And now I'm gonna brush up and do a very light line right here. Oh wait, let me make sure they're even. Okay, they're even. So if you feel like your brush is getting like thick on you because of all the rubbing, your brush tends to go like that, like this way. Just get your makeup wipe again and just press it down and wipe it. Because doing this makes it like go back down to the thinness or the finer kind of version of itself. And then you can start again. I'm gonna get some more product. See the light line, and even if it's light, you're still gonna wanna brush it up. So here's where you're just gonna wanna define whatever you want to define. I want this line right here to be a little more sharp, so I'm just gonna do that. And yeah, so this is the eyebrow, not concealed yet. So as you can see, it looks defined, but when you conceal it, it looks way better. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Let me just brush in the front a little bit. You kind of want the front to look like it has no product in it, even though it does. So let's brush that out a bit. There we go. And the top is bugging me. Let's fix that. Now we're gonna start concealing, and we might need to, you know, go back if I over conceal. Like let's say I get concealer inside the eyebrow, we're gonna want to cover it up with this. But for now, you guys are gonna need a brush that looks like this. I don't know what they're called. I guess a straight edge brush or something. And you're gonna need a concealer brush or a cut crease brush, whatever they call these. I call it a concealer brush. And these come in pretty much any brush that you get. So I like smaller ones because again, I have smaller eyebrows, but I'm pretty sure if you had thicker eyebrows, then bigger ones would be way more helpful for you, because I know people with thicker eyebrows, they don't like a super defined look. But if you want a defined look, then smaller ones are the way to go. Okay, so I need new concealer, but I'm gonna use this Maybelline concealer. So this is just a thing that is useful for me. It might be useful for you, but I'm just gonna tell you what I do. I put the concealer on my thumb like this. And now I have a whole glob. When I'm doing my eyebrows, I hold the mirror like this, and it's just easier when I like grab it this way and then keep going. So it's just an easy place to like have it. So before I start, I'm gonna clean my brushes again with the makeup wipe, just so I don't have any like crusty concealer or anything. So from here to here, we're gonna use this brush. So you could be pretty liberal with this. I usually am. I usually coat the top of the brush and then the side of it like that. So right under the line, you're gonna wanna just follow along. Try to be as straight as possible. I don't like really carving my eyebrow out with a curve with a straight brush like this. So that's why I use the concealer brush. So let's step in. Again, I'm pretty liberal with it, dipping in at the very top and on the kind of side of it. So this brush definitely just makes it easier to go along the curve of my eyebrow, and that's why I like it. But I know a lot of people just use the concealer brush to do their whole eyebrow. I just prefer it to be straighter. I get more shaky with brushes like this for like straight lines. I can only do it like curved. I know it's weird. So now that we have all this, you know, messy concealer, we're gonna want to brush it all the way down. Just brush it all the way, sis. Don't be shy. Try to get up all that clumpy concealer. If it's too much, try to brush it all the way down. Like that. And this is not blended. This is gonna be wet. So I get a fluffy packing brush like this. And I just blend it out. This is actually the brush that comes with the Kylie Take Me on Vacation palette. So I have a line going beyond the front of my eyebrows, so I just blend up for that. And then for this, I just blend this way. Gotta lift up my eyebrows so I don't mess anything up. This is literally, I feel like, the best way to blend out your concealer, because I used to do it with a beauty blender and I would try to get so precise. Like a whole beauty blender really like under your eyebrow. You need something small. I guess you could use like a blending brush too, but I feel like this one just works more because it's like wider than a blending brush, so I just like this. And it blends it all out, like nice. We're halfway done with the concealing. The top is not as easy as the bottom, just being honest. It's really hard to try to like match the tail. You could think, oh, I'm already done. Like, look, this shape, that's all I need to do is outline this, but you can mess up. It's easier to mess up because you can go down by accident. So just try to be as careful as possible. So I'm gonna take the straight brush again, and we're just gonna outline with concealer from here to about here. So again, coating the same way. I coat the very top and then I coat a little bit of the side. And make sure you coat like the corners too, so you don't have any empty concealing spaces. Oh, hell yeah. See what I just did? Okay, so we're actually going beyond this area. We're going all the way over here, but that's just because like we can easily manipulate this concealer to go down. It's just easier to me to like whisk out. So I messed up. We all do it. It's okay. So I made a little dip right here. I don't know if you can tell. I'm just gonna fix that with my eyebrow brush. Lightly fill in because it's the front of the eyebrow. If it starts like the middle or the end of the eyebrow, you could put more pressure, but if it's at the beginning of the eyebrow, you have to lightly do it. Like this. So now I'm just gonna dip in with the concealer brush. And we're gonna dip in the concealer, again, the very top of the brush. and then a little bit of the side. And now I'm gonna follow the curve of the eyebrow right at the arch. This can get difficult. Just go down. Oh, see how messy it's getting? Oh my god. And I'm trying to make like a sharp point at the end, so that's why I'm like going lower and stuff. There we go. So it's not perfect, but I don't want the concealer to dry down too much, so I'm just gonna start brushing up with the concealer brush. I don't know if you guys could see these like little like dips right here. I'm gonna fix that with the eyebrow brush. Let's blend with our packing brush. So now I'm gonna get my eyebrow brush and just dip in the pomade a little bit. Now I'm gonna try to fix any areas that I don't like. So this eyebrow is longer than this one, so I'm just gonna try to like extend it a little bit. Okay, so we're pretty much done, but I just wanted to perfect the very top of it because it's bugging me. Okay, now we're gonna get the concealer brush and brush up. It's a lot of going back and forth. Let me get some more pomade and try to redefine the top. So now, this should be the last time I'm concealing. I hope it is. So if you want it to look extra defined, then don't blend all the way down, if that makes sense. Like, you see this concealer spot right here? Just blend right here. And that way the concealer that you use to outline kind of stays at the top of your eyebrow, and it kind of acts like, you know, looks all like nice and stuff. Like on this eyebrow, that's what I did. I left some concealer right there and I just blended on top so the line of concealer kind of just stays straight. Okay, so... okay, I think they're done. Oh my god, wow, what a journey. Guys, I've been here for like 20 minutes. So this is the finished result. So these are my eyebrows. I'm hoping they are, you know, pretty similar. I tried. They don't have to be twins, but they definitely should be sisters. So eyebrows obviously take a lot of trial and error, so it's okay to mess up because you can always go back and fix it. What I've learned over the years about like doing my eyebrows is like if I like have something that I see later, like, oh, I didn't define this, like literally nobody notices. Nobody notices. The only person worrying about it is you. Like, let's say you made this arch a little bit higher than this one. Nobody can tell. Nobody. Let's say you made this tail just a tiny bit shorter than this one. Like, literally everybody, nobody's gonna say anything. It's not super embarrassing. It's not a big deal. I used to be like, oh my god, if my eyebrows weren't perfect, I'm not leaving the house. But I learned over the years that like, it's okay. Like, I'm gonna have my like, ooh, damn, she has fleek eyebrows, and my they're alright eyebrows, and that's fine. And again, I've been doing my eyebrows since like 9th grade, and I'm a senior, so that's about 4 years, so I'm not a beginner anymore. So don't feel bad if you guys are a beginner and you guys are saying like, oh, like she does it like really good and I'm here. It's like, no, like when I was at you guys' stage, I had no idea how to do it. It's hard. I'm not saying that this is easy. It's hard. That's why I'm trying to help you guys. Just keep on practicing and you guys will get where you want to be. So I hope that this video was very helpful for you guys. Even if you're not a beginner, you just want to learn a different way to do your eyebrows, I hope that this was helpful for you as well. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, I have plenty of others and we'll be making much more in the future, so please consider subscribing. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
heart.